first graders. Today we are going to do our calendar art for the month of May. Now, do you know what holiday is in May? Mother's Day. So we are going to be doing an art piece that will also let you show how much you love your mom. Okay, so for this one, let me get here. You will need this little packet. Okay, the flower page, you'll notice I already colored everything on here green. These are not the flowers. We are going to be adding the flowers. So these little shapes, even though they look a bit like they are the flowers, they are just part of the flower that helps hold the petals. Okay, so we'll just leave that green. So everything on there gets colored green. And of course we have a purple paper with it as well. You'll also need the other baggie. And in this baggie, you will find 6 muffin cups and several little pieces, little white squares of paper, and a paper clip that has some masking tape wrapped around it. Okay, it's your little mini roll of tape that we'll be using for this. Okay, so I'm going to set those over here for a second. What we're going to do first is on these little papers, and I think there's 12 of them, but you really only need 6. So you'll have plenty. There might be even more than 12. Oh, I think 12. Okay, so you'll need 6 of them, but there's plenty there if you make a mistake, right? So the first thing you'll do, oh, and you'll need your glue and a pencil. I don't know if I said those already. The first thing you'll do is on 6 of these papers, you are going to write down things that you can do to help your mom or ways you can show her you love her. Okay, so I'm going to write down 6 ideas, and you can either use these ideas as well, or you can come up with your own. Okay, so maybe one thing you do to help sometimes is that you set the table for dinner. So I did set, S-E-T, table, T-A-B-L-E. So if you want to use that one, you can pause and write that on one square. Okay. The next one, I'm going to write wash dishes. So wash, W-A-S-H, dishes, D-I-S-H-E-S. Okay. Another thing you might do, I'm going to write down something my mom loves. She loves a foot rub. So I'm going to write down foot rub, F-O-O-T, rub, R-U-B. Remember, you can pause anytime if you want to use any of these. The next one, I'm going to say clean room without help. Okay, that you would clean your room all by yourself. Okay, so here's clean, C-L-E-A-N, room, R-O-O-M, without, W-I-T-H-O-U-T, help, H-E-L-P. Okay. And that could include maybe they don't even have to ask and you'll do it. Okay. Another one that they might need your help with sometimes is pulling weeds. Okay, if you have a flower garden at your house, there might be days, or a vegetable garden, there might be days when your mom's out there pulling weeds and you choose to go out and help her. So I'm going to put pull weeds, P U-L-L, weeds, W-E-E-D-S. And one thing that I know your moms all enjoy is when you read to them or tell them a story. So I'm going to say and you could write read a story. Okay, so you could write tell or read a story. Here's tell, T-E-L-L-S-T-O-R-Y. Okay, other ideas could be walking your dog if you have a pet dog, or it could be, oh, I just thought of a good one and I can't remember what it was. We'll see if I can come up with it again. You could do a back rub or a back tickle. You could do, oh, I remember what it was. Draw a picture. Anything you can think of that you know your mom likes it when you do. Okay, so I want you to come up with 6 of those things. Okay. The next thing we're going to do is we are going to take those 6 things, and if you need more time, pause it and finish writing those down. Okay. But once you have those, you are going to take the 6 muffin cups and you're going to make them more flat. Okay, so I'm just stretching it out, rubbing it down, kind of pulling it flat. Do that with all 6 of them. Okay. Once you have those all opened up more, you're going to take your glue and you're going to just put a dot right in the middle of it. And put one of the papers on that dot so it gets stuck there. Just hold it down for a sec and we're going to let it go dry. Okay, so I have those all glued on and I'm going to let them dry. And while they are drying, we're going to do the next part. Okay, so we're going to take this paper and this is the trickiest thing we will do on any of these projects. Okay, so if you need help for this, don't be afraid to ask somebody. Okay, you'll notice that each of these little flower peat parts have 3 points. 1, 2, 3. I forgot, you'll also need your scissors. So if you need to hurry and go get your scissors, I need to go get mine. Pause and go get them. Okay, got my scissors. So we're looking at these 3 points, and you're going to look at the middle point, and you're going to want to fold right down from that middle point. Okay, just a little pinch. just a little pinch right at that point. Okay. And then you'll see that you just have this wide V. And we're going to snip from the fold on that wide V. When you open it back up, it makes a little pocket right there. Okay. It's definitely the trickiest part. If that is too tricky for you, another option is to put it on someplace where you can poke a hole. Carpet is a good place, or you can ask for help. And use the tip of your scissors. So I just put this one down on the carpet, and you can kind of see I poked the hole, not on the edge of the flower, I did it down in one of the points, just enough to be able to get your scissor tips in there, and you can try cutting on the line. Honestly, I think folding it is the easier way to do it because it's so little that if you poke a hole and it's too big, it's hard to fix. Okay, so you can see I still was able to make the little pocket, but I think that was actually trickier. So again, I look at the flower, I look at that middle point, and I pinch it right at that middle point. Okay. Then I can see where I can go down and up. And you know what? It's okay if it doesn't end up exactly on the lines. You see how that one left a little bit of white? If it happens like that, you can always just take your crayon and add a little extra color to it, or just let it be. Okay. So here's another one right in the middle. Cut the zigzag. You see that one went down inside the flower a little bit. Again, that's fine. They don't have to be perfect. These are just a guide. Okay, these aren't an exact place where they need to be. It's just a guide to help you get close. You'll see what we're going to do with these pockets. Okay, so there's that one. One more. Okay, there we go. So I've got 6 pockets now. And you can see where I folded these little lines. That's okay. It's not going to be a problem. Okay. So once you have those in place, and we're just going to wait. These are still drying, so I'll be back in just a minute once these are all dry. Okay, so these have all dried, and now I'm going to take each one and I'm going to fold it in half, and I'm going to fold it in half again, and some of them I will fold in half again. Okay, so this is now folded. If I were to count how many layers, I would see 8. It's folded into 8. Okay, so some of them I'll just fold twice, which is folding it into 4ths, and some of them I'll fold 3 times, which is folding it into 8ths. You want to make sure they are really, really dry when you do this. Otherwise, they'll get stuck. And we don't want them to get stuck. So you may choose to do this when you are on a different day or something. Okay, so I have those folded, and now I'm going to get 6 little pieces of tape. They're not going to be very big. So notice I'm pinching my fingers right next to each other, and then I just twist and it will tear off. I'm putting them on the edge of this plastic bin. So again, you'll need 6 of those. 4, 5, and 6. Okay. Then I will take one of these folded pieces and I will put it in one of the pockets that I have. And then I will go to the back of that and I will put a little tape here on the point of it, just like that. Okay, so that became one of my flowers. There's one that I didn't fold as many times. And that one, and even though I have it down further, I'm still just going to put the tape on the tip right there. Okay, so there you have a lovely flower garden. And what's cool is because we just put that little bit of tape, it's holding these in place, so they're not going to fall out. But you're still going to be able to pull and pick the flower. And then your mom will be able to read the notes you have written to her inside, or the things you're going to do. So once you have all those flowers in place, we are going to glue a nice skinny stripe all around the outside. And then you can put some stripes in here. Just do not put any glue on where the flowers are peeking through, because we don't want the flowers to get glued down. Okay. And just like the others, we'll glue it on with a little bit of space all around. Okay. And it always tries to make some bubbles because these poke up a little bit. So you just want to kind of push it down, make sure it really gets on there as flat as you can make it. Okay. And then make sure you let it dry all the way before you put it in your envelope with the others ready to bring back to school when you're done. So there you go. There is our May art. I hope you enjoyed it. See you later.